Welcome to the 6th Annual GeoFlo Summit. I'm Ashley Snyder. I'm the chairperson of the GeoFlo Summit board. And we are thrilled to have you here today. And it's especially exciting to be back at UF Plant City, where this journey began. The GeoFlo Summit started as a GIS Day event in 2019, hosted by the local user groups. Since then, it's grown into an annual event with an opportunity for us to explore how GIS is being applied within our communities, gives us an opportunity to connect with our peers and to learn from experts in the field. Today's event is proudly sponsored by Wolpert, the City of Lakeland, Pannoni Associates, and Esri GIS Day. For those joining us in person, we encourage you to visit the booths out in the lobby and to explore the Map Florida entries in the auditorium. For those attending virtually, you can find these on our website in the Map Gallery page and on the sponsors page. We've got an exciting lineup today with presentations on a range of GIS related topics. We'll hear about the use of lasers in GIS. We'll discover how local governments are using ArcGIS Hub and other GIS platforms to improve public communications. And we're going to learn about mapping in cemeteries in Clearwater. After each presentation, we'll open the floor to questions. For our virtual attendees, please feel free to put your questions in the chat. We have a team member who will be monitoring it and will relay those questions to the presenter. There will be a 5-minute break in between each presentation and 2 longer 15-minute breaks, once in the morning session and once in the afternoon session. At the end of the day, we'll announce the winners to the Map Florida contest, and we'll hold our raffle for the 1-year personal use GIS licenses. Thank you, Shannon. Or thank you. Okay. All right. So before we hear from our keynote speaker, I'd like to take a moment to introduce our GIS user groups that brought this event to life. These groups support and foster our community throughout the year. From Tampa Bay GIS User Group, we have Steve Branson. From Women in GIS, the Tampa Bay Chapter, is myself and Shannon Cox are the leads. And then from Gulf Coast GIS User Group is David Moorhead. He is unfortunately couldn't be here today due to family emergency, but he is joining us virtually. So if those representatives could please come up, we're going to take a few moments just to introduce our groups.
Don't go anywhere.
You go ahead and go first.
Let me hit escape.
So you should be right here. Okay.
Thank you for number notes, Kelly.
And then down here.
Thank you. It's good to have AV support right here. So good morning, everybody. It's good to see so many GIS people in a room, okay? Because we have exactly 2 GIS people over at FDOT District 7 in Tampa, Kelly Nitzman and myself. And sometimes you just want to nerd out on GIS and have a GIS conversation, right? So that's one thing that GeoFlo does. And I want to thank GeoFlo, first of all, for putting this event on. They can tell you it is a lot of work, and they are going to go ahead and hopefully sleep in tomorrow because I know they've earned it. So thank you for putting it together, Ashley, leading the team. So let's see if the enter key works here. Yes, it does. TBG, I'll be quick because we want to get onto the keynote. When I start talking GI, go ahead and play the music if you want me to exit stage left. So TBGIS, been around, Tampa Bay GIS User Group, been around since 2016. So yeah, I guess we started about 3 years before GeoFlo. At one time, it was a very active group. We met quarterly. I say at our first meeting, we had 80 people, but as things tend to happen over time, it kind of leveled off to about 25 people. But then it slowed down. I'm not going to lie. It slowed down towards the end of 2019. And I think we're not the only one. The other user groups kind of had the same experience. And then what happened after 2019? Well, we all know what happened after 2019. Okay, I don't need to go ahead and tell you. But I thought it was interesting. I was doing some history. Hopefully I'm not too too far away from the microphone here. I know they want to hear online, but we had a meeting on February 19th, 2020 at the Platt Library in downtown Tampa. And that's about 2 weeks before the big shutdown, wasn't it? So we were trying to come back. Well, then the shutdown, well, guess what? You know, everybody shut down, and TBGIS especially. But you know what? You can't kill GIS, I found, okay? And this room full of GIS people is a testament to that, isn't it? So, absolutely. So yeah, I'd say TBGIS is experiencing a resurgence right now. We got some momentum going. We're under new management. I managed it. I said, well, somebody please go ahead and take this. I'm glad Ashley stepped up and took GeoFlo, although I know you're probably ready to turn it over to somebody else. But also, Brooke Alman, who couldn't be here today, took over TBGIS. So Brooke, I don't know if you're online, but thank you wherever you are. She had a personal thing to attend to, so she couldn't make it. So I'm kind of stepping in. And anybody else from TBGIS, if I forget something, let me know. So we have a great planning team. We have momentum going into 25. So going forward, we want to have a spring quarterly meeting. We're having socials. Okay, we're having socials. We offer volunteer opportunities. And the all important, if you don't have your GISP, we offer GISP points. I would highly recommend you going down the GISP path. And it's just fun. Okay, you meet good people, you network, and more importantly, you make new friends. All right. So check out our website. Our planning committee is open to everybody. Let's see, we do have a December social coming up. It's a combination event with Women in GIS, December 10th.
Correction, the event was moved to November 21st, but we are aware there is a storm out there, so we are watching it.
It's good.
So yes, that date is incorrect. There are flyers outside on one of the tables.
Ignore this, what you see right here. So, it's still New World Brewery though, right?
Yes, it's still be at New World in Tampa.
6 to 8 p.m. So I highly recommend you go to social. It's just a fun way. You don't have to drink, but just go in there and socialize. It's just a couple hours during the week. You're like me, you got to work the next day. What? Oh, you can take that down too? Show this again. No. Don't show it again. All right. So all right. I think that's my last slide. I know it's kind of fast, but if you want to get involved with TBGIS, you're welcome to go ahead and contact me. There's my email, my work number. We got some QR codes to, let's see, I wrote these down on my new TBGIS notepad. Thank you, Katie Britt. That is awesome swag. We have a website QR code. We have Google Groups. We have LinkedIn and Slack. So we have a presence, and we're working on making them more updated. Thank you. That's it.
Hey, good morning. I'm Shannon Cox. Along with Women in GIS, I am here to represent Gulf Coast GIS User Group, which is Manatee and Sarasota County. We are currently looking for volunteers to help organize events for Gulf Coast. If anybody lives in the Sarasota or Bradenton area, we would love to hear from you. And that's all I have for that.
And then with Women in GIS Tampa Bay Chapter, Shannon and I started that back in 2019, and we have been excited to see it grow. We've been doing socials. We're trying to get them at least once a quarter, sometimes more frequently. As I said before, we've got a social coming up next week. We also have one scheduled for December. Flyers can be found out on the table. You do not have to be a member of Women in GIS to come to our socials, but there is a larger Women in GIS organization. We are just a local chapter. The larger organization has different events where you do have to be a member. They've got communities of practice that meet virtually every Wednesday, and they've got a map contest coming up that closes in January. Information on that can be found out in the lobby. So thank you, and information, links to the user groups can be found on the website on the host tab. All right, thank you.